Hello everyone, my name is Cheryl and this is Pinay Abroad. Today I'll be discussing Balikbayans returning to the Philippines. Now, um, I'll be very frank with you guys. Today's date is July 28, 2014. Now, if you happen to come upon this video and at a later time, please do check the websites that I'll be providing in the description box to see if what the current up-to-date information are when it comes to visas and immigration laws in the Philippines, so that you will have a hassle-free trip back to the Philippines. So, let's start. Now, according to the Bureau of Immigration website of the Philippines, a balikbayan is a Filipino citizen who has been continuously out of the Philippines for a period of at least 1 year, and or a Filipino overseas worker, or a former Filipino citizen and his family who had been naturalized in a foreign country and comes or returns back to the Philippines. Now, as a balikbayan, of course, you have a special balikbayan privilege visa, which is something that looks like this. Like I'm saying it to you now. Keep in mind that today's date is July 28 of 2014, and when I returned to the Philippines last year, this is what they gave me. So basically, the red stamp over there is the special privilege stamp. Since I'm already a permanent resident here in the United States, they had to do this stamp on my passport. Even though I'm still a Filipino citizen, I can legally stay in the Philippines for however long I want. They do this stamp, I believe. And the most important thing is, if you are a foreign national, or you have acquired another citizenship from another country, and you don't anymore have a valid Philippine passport, because before you leave your country, they will ask that you have a 6-month valid, at least, Philippine passport. So it's another discussion if your passport is not anymore valid. So if you are in that situation, I'll probably let me know, and I'll probably discuss it or ask questions below in the comments section as to how, and I will give you links as to how you can obtain or have an extension or have a temporary visa issued to your name if you're a Filipino citizen. That's longer than 6 months, so you can go back to the Philippines, because most airlines, most TSA or immigration people, before you leave the country and the country you are in at and about to travel back to the Philippines, they won't allow you to travel if you don't have a valid passport for the next 6 months at least. So yeah. Now, as I was talking about, this balikbayan privilege also extends to Filipinos that has adopted another citizenship. So pretty much, if you have your passport, your most current passport with at least 6 months validity is another country's passport, all you have to do to have this privilege, so you can stay in the Philippines for more than a month, or a respectable amount of time, depending on whatever nationality you are. I'll discuss more of that later. You have to have at least an authenticated NSO birth certificate. That's it. And if you happen to have your old passport too, and the old passport is actually green, in the Philippines. The newer ones is more on the brownish maroon color. I'm not sure if that's registering right, but you can help. It can help the immigration officer to prove that you are an actual Filipino citizen, or an ex-Filipino citizen, or a Balikbayan, if you have the NSO birth certificate and the passport. And if not, you will pretty much be in the hands of whatever law applies to you when it comes to your stay or visit. So according to Executive Order 408, there's at least 151 countries that can stay in the Philippines for more than 30 days. So the link will be below too if you want to check out which countries apply to that. And for citizen or passport holders of Brazil and Israel, you can stay until 59 days. So yeah, that shouldn't be much of a problem for you guys. Now, let's go back to the our original topic, the Balikbayan program. So, another question of most people will have: can a foreigner spouse or child of a Balikbayan avail this privilege when traveling to the Philippines alone? Okay, the thing is, if you have established that you are Filipino, and you are granted the privilege of this Balikbayan program, if you are traveling with your spouse and children, there would be no problem by telling them, hey, this is my son, here is his passport, and this is my husband, this is his passport. And it will also help sometimes, especially if your spouse or child doesn't apply to the 30-day rule. If you bring any kind of marriage or birth certificate identifying you as the parent or the wife or husband of your spouse. Now, the thing is, if your husband or your child is not traveling with you, and they later on come in the country to see you or visit you or be with you, they would have to go through the immigration and actually go through what the usual rules that applies for their country, since they're not traveling with you. Now, if you want to extend their stay with you, you have to go back to an immigration office to get the stamp that I showed you, because for example, in my experience, I traveled to the Philippines last year, and my son happened to be an American citizen. And since he's traveling with me, they gave me this visa, or they gave my son this visa to allow him to stay until a year. And last year we were in the Philippines for close to 6 months, so no problem with him, because in most cases, no visa required American citizen will only be allowed 30 days in the country, or at least 30 days after the departure date of their return ticket, or the next country of their destination. So hopefully that helps you guys, and hope you find this video informational. If you have any more questions, suggestions, and reaction about what topic I have discussed today, please leave it in the comments below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it and you found it informational. And I'll see you later, guys. Have a nice travel to the Philippines. Mabuhay!